Hello, and welcome to Turkish Films is playing chess on chess.com. Today we're going to be playing 10-minute chess. My rating is currently 2018, and my profile picture is still a bicycle. I can tell you guys about this bicycle. This BMX was one of my favorite bikes that I ever had, and that picture was taken in downtown Portland. Okay, oof, look at this. We have a very strong opponent. Our opponent is rated 2,141. So if I win, I get 11 points. That's pretty good. So we're playing the Indian game. This is it's supposed to be sort of flexible. I'm developing knight f6, which accomplishes the goal of stopping e4. But I'm not playing d5, which is like the copycat strategy. I think my issue with playing d4, d5 is that I studied against d4, d5 so much that it's kind of hard for me to play an opening which I know the refutation to, you know? Yeah, so knight f6 is different than what I normally play. Or it's different than what I face a lot of d4, d5. So yeah. But in general, like I don't have such a strict opening plan. I don't play the King's Indian system or anything like that. But I'm restricting e4 for now. Oftentimes, I'll try to bring my bishop here, the Nimzo Indian, but recently I've really been considering trying to use the Queen's Indian as a system, which I think is pretty interesting. So that means that playing e6 eventually, b6, bishop b7, and then my dark bishop can go kind of anywhere. I like it just because if he tries to go for the long bishop, I kind of know how to play the Catalan. From Black's perspective, that makes it a little bit more challenging. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to go wrong in the Catalan for Black, especially the open Catalan where you take the pawn. I don't want to go into variations here because this is a Catalan video, but yeah, if you take the pawn, you just gotta let it go. You can't be too greedy and try to keep it. He's taking a long time with the second move. I've had opponents do this before, and it gives me like a false sense of security. Because I feel like, hey, I'm up 3 minutes, that's pretty great. But you can never really take your foot off the gas or like stop thinking about the position, you know? Here, obviously, it's very early, so unless I want to do some like analysis in some line that's not going to happen, you just kind of have to chill. But yeah, most common moves here are c4. I'll follow up with e6 after that. Knight c3 is really common there. If he goes for the Trompowsky, I play kind of a trick line, which is c6. It's not such a trick line because c6 is a perfectly legitimate move. I've played a lot of games where after bishop g5, c6, they seal up the pawn structure. They really want to play e3. They just know that doing so will block in the dark square bishop, so they think they can get an advantage by playing out their bishop first. The problem with e3 is then you play queen to a5 check, and the bishop can't go back home to block the check, and so you actually end up forking and you win the bishop. So c6 just gives you that one extra opportunity for people that are playing in kind of a mindless manner, which is pretty good. Yeah, so that's a cool line. Yeah, when people play the Nimzo against me, so that's here, and then they bring their knight out like this. I pin, just because it's doing one more active thing. Not only are you developing the pieces, but actually you're kind of controlling the center, because you're stopping this knight from doing his job of controlling the center. So it's like addition by subtraction, kind of. And you're also getting ready to castle. So I genuinely think that Nimzo is pretty much like one of the best like setups for each player. And I studied the Leningrad variation here, and then that's what Spassky played a lot. And then also if they play a3, I take, they take, and then I push c5 after that. And the reason is because if you get tripled pawns for your opponent, my personal rule is that means you win the game. So you don't really have to checkmate. As long as you get 3 pawns lined up, you're good. But just when you spend a lot of time thinking about a certain position or a certain structure, then it's a little bit easier when you play the games to kind of know what's good and what's bad. Now if we do the same thing, so c4, e6, knight c3, bishop here, and they play e3, or they block, or they just bring out the other knight, then it's still the Nimzo, but I'm not totally sure of what pawn structures will occur, or what the goals are for each player, and so it's a little more difficult. So it looks like they're going to auto-resign, looks like they're disconnected. And so that's a win. We just got 11 points. That wasn't a real game of chess, so we're going to do one more really quick. That was pretty anticlimactic, and I can't post a video of me playing chess if I only play one move. Alright, now we're white this game. I'm 2029. That's my peak rating so far. We're facing a 1958, and he is from Indonesia. Nice. Alright, Queen's Gambit, accepted. Very cool. I like the central variation. I think on principle it's the best. So even if it's actually like not the best concretely, I like the idea of having a large center, having easy development for both my bishops and my knights. Also, there becomes quick pressure on the f-pawn, which I like to see. So we're going to go here. We're kind of trying to bait him into playing this move because it's a blunder. He's going to see why in a second. And how do I prove this is a blunder here? I'm up a pawn, so I really don't need to prove much. Let's see. Let's think about this a little bit. I have a lot of time. So right now I'm up a pawn, and I'm up castling. So I don't really think I have to do much. I think the best move here is to take this. Because now I'm threatening to play bishop g5. And so I don't think he has a lot of time to do other stuff. And the idea would be that he would move. Okay, that's a good check. So we attack the queen. We don't want to use our bishop for that. Because we want our bishop to come in for this check. That's a really strong check for the bishop. It's a little bit complicated. I'm definitely winning here. I'm just debating if he takes this here. Well, that doesn't seem quite right to me. I can't see this move being bad. It's developing with tempo. And if he goes to a light square... Oh, I had crazy dreams that I could do things like this. Oh, it's here. There we go. I think that's it. Because I'm contacting the back row. It's a pawn anyway. Oh, does he just take this? Then I take back. He takes this pawn. Check. Here. Oh, I'm not even winning. That's crazy. I mean, I am winning, just not in such a direct way. I think we can get away with this move. Queen to b3, because we're targeting the rook on g8. And we're also threatening the pawn. I haven't castled yet, so I'm a little bit spooked, to be honest. But the main purpose of this move is to unpin. So now my knight on f5 can do stuff, which I think is very important. Honestly, I'm probably going to castle queenside. Huh. That looks like a free pawn. The problem is the rook slides over and attacks here. Then I take here. And if he takes this, I have check. But it's not the game yet. It's not game winning yet. So I think I have to start off with this move. But then the knight goes here. I'm up 2 pawns, so I really don't have that much to worry about. If I castle short, he can damage my pawn structure. If I castle queenside, the knight is still pinned. the knight isn't pinned. If I castle queenside, my rook is here. So I thought he could take this pawn, because my knight can't take it. Because then, here. But I can take it, because actually queen here ends up being mate. So castling queenside I think is a good move. We're going to use our tempo here. Knight takes, queen takes has to be played. Okay, he goes this way instead. Damages the pawn structure. Totally sensible. Yep, that's also a move. And I was tempting to take here. The problem is that this hangs with check. So don't hang your pawns with check. So we're going to advance. This defends our bishop, attacks the queen, and then he gets to defend the pawn here. Smart. I think he's just done though now, because he can't block, he just loses, and he can't move his king, so it's just over. Yeah. So what did he have to do here? The problem was that, how does he defend? Oh, he can't. Oh wait, I had to win back here. Holy smokes. Here? This move here? Queen here wins. Oh no, it doesn't, because the bishop's there. So once he did this move, now it wins immediately. I just forget about the bishop. Wow. So there's just so many moves here that were just totally unnecessary, and now the game's over. Okay. I don't think we're going to analyze that game too much. I know it's the second game in a row that I haven't analyzed, but it was just tactical, and he just gave up a pawn in the opening of the game. Yeah, I'm really upset that I didn't see the bishop, or queen e6. Right when he took the knight, I was just thinking about capturing back, and that was it. Well, that was 2 games for you guys today. Hope that makes up for the lack of analysis. And thank you for watching, and remember to play chess, and to make good moves and don't make bad moves, etc.